For 23 years now, one of the big events at Power Show Ohio on Saturday and Sunday has been the National Kiddie Tractor Pull. This Coliseum fills up, and the only time to actually get to talk with the people that put it on are between events. And joining me is Pete Dietrich. And Pete, first of all, how'd you get tied up with Power Show here when it comes to hosting a young person's pedal tractor pull?
Well, I was, tell you the truth, the guy that started it, went to the Power Show people, wanted to put the event on. So we used to do this for nothing because we was going to take a valuable exhibitor space up out here and said, well, I think this would be a good idea for your show. Well, for the first 4 years, we had to pay our own way, and they come to us and said, we'll sponsor the whole event. So they've been doing that. But we do have some other trophy sponsors. We got the Northwest Tractor Pullers Association out of Bowling Green. We do have a Darke County Tractor Pullers Association.
For people that aren't familiar with a Kiddie pedal tractor pull, what's the objective?
Okay, we're 1/10 the scale size of a big tractor pull. Instead of 300 feet, our full pull is 30 feet. The sled they pull designed, it's like a real tractor pull sled. Farther down the tractor goes, the box come off the wheel into the pan, which makes it harder to pull. And the same mechanics applies to this. It does real tractor pulling. It's how you take off. If you take off good, you're going to go far. If you don't take off very good, you're not going to go very far.
We were talking off the air. You actually have these tractors geared differently than maybe a regular pedal tractor you have at home, because you are pulling weight, not just driving yourself around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we put pneumatic tires on them. They're geared down about 2.5 to 1. They have to be because the sled weighs 100 pounds empty. Because a lot of people bring a 3-year-old kid, well, he can't pull that. I said, yes, he can. They can't believe it.
What will some of the older kids pull weight-wise?
Well, last year at our Grand National, the 3- and 4-year-old pulled 400 pounds. That was in the 3- and 4-year-old class.
So it probably depends in a lot of cases whether you're outside on dirt or whether you're in a coliseum and have a slick concrete floor.
If you're on a slick floor, they'll actually spin out before they pull as much weight, but blacktop is where they get the best traction, pull the most weight. Dirt is the worst. But we had a kid pull 300 pounds of dirt, so that don't say nothing. And he come up here, that's the only pull he pulled in, come up and won the Grand National. But that was a long time ago, but a little festival in New Holland, I think it was.
Now, how many kind of events will you do throughout the year? I mean, some fairs, the Power Show, but some other events as well.
We do about 20-some fairs in the state of Ohio, plus the Ohio State Fair. And we've done 83 events. We do them in West Virginia and Indiana and Ohio. Most of them centered out of Ohio.
Most of them summer events? Most
of them, yeah. Used to do some mall events, but we hadn't done that here. We won't be doing that this winter because they had to cancel the event. But if a mall calls us, we'll do it inside. We got a special track we lay down there so we don't scratch our pretty floors up.
Here at Power Show, any idea on any given year how many kids will actually make an effort down the track?
Last year we had our record Grand National Pull, 189 kids in all 3 classes.
And that's just a one-day event?
That's the one day. Because the Ohio State Championship was 159 and just about 30 less.
Now, when you have those events, do you have to qualify at some other event in order to come here to Power Show?
No pull you do. The top 3 place winners in each of the classes qualify to come here to the Power Show to pull in the Grand National Pull. But like I say, don't let that stop you from coming to the Power Show, because you can still pull in our open pull with separate sets of trophies. We run it right along for Grand Nationals. But they do have to qualify to pull in the Grand National Pull. That's one thing unique to our Pedal Pull Association. We do have our own Grand National Pull.
Now, years ago, you used to pull by weight, and you've changed that?
We never did pull by weight. We always pulled by age, which is a fair way to go. You're talking kids here, it's more of a mentality thing. I mean, the weight don't have much to do with it. Sure, they can take off and maybe not spin out as much, but most of the time, it's how the mentality of the kid can do it. So we say that age is the fairest way to go. A lot of people argue about that with us, but I still say it's the fairest way to go, and we'll prove it every time we go someplace.
Now, sometimes the girls surprise the boys.
Oh, yes. We've had girls. Well, I suspect the girl's probably going to win the Grand National tomorrow. But, yes, the little girl's just as tough as the little boys. And I do have a lot of fun with that. When I say, when they get done winning that, I always say, well, tell you what, boys, taking a look at this little girl over a few more years, you asked her out for a date, you better behave yourself. Because these girls can handle themselves real good. So the girls are just as good as pullers as boys.
Now, is there anything you can do to better prepare yourself for a pull?
Well, I say the main thing is find an old exercise bike where you can crank the pedals down the best way, or ride a bicycle uphill. A lot of them build their own sleds and tractors and do it that way. But really, that's how tough you can pedal. That's how you do it.
For a lot of them, it's that last 3 feet or 4 feet. When did you decide I'm done?
Yeah, see, we just had one little boy today, got 29 feet, 11 and a half inches, a half inch from a full pull. One more grunt and he'd have had it, see. But he just didn't have enough to get it over.
He probably figured he'd grunted enough by then.
You got 4th place today. He said, I'm the one that done that. I said, well, tomorrow you better grunt a little harder because we're going to pull more weight tomorrow.
Now, Pete, if somebody wanted to contact you about having the National Kiddie Tractor Pullers at their event, how do they get a hold of you?
Okay, my telephone number is area code 937-548-4780.
And that's the easiest way to get a hold of you.
That's probably the best way to get a hold of me. I'm based out of Greenville, Ohio, about 2.5 miles southeast of Greenville.
Pete Dietrich's my guest as he's been working with the Kiddie Tractor Pullers, and they make a big event every year at Power Show, Ohio. They come out and drag more weight than you could probably imagine, and their goal, 30 feet. Until next time, I'm Dale Minyo, and I'll see you down the road.